Volkswagen always used to be a byword for solidity, practicality and dependability, makers of no-nonsense cars. And then somewhere, somehow, it all got a bit weird. Their styling got all flashy, and then suddenly their interior designers decided they hated buttons and loved flashy, glitchy infotainment screens. Today though, we've got what I think could be one of the last super sensible and super brilliant Volkswagens, although I would say that the very latest generation of this car is also very good, but in a different way. Anyway, we have got a very late last generation Passat estate. This really is peak Volkswagen. Restrained styling, a sensible fuel-sipping diesel engine up front, boot space for days out back, and an interior with enough sensible buttons to mean you're not constantly swiping and tapping touchscreens. And yes, I know diesels are not exactly fashionable at the moment, and Volkswagen did get into trouble a few years ago for cheating on its emissions and fuel economy tests. But this car comes from well after that, and the 2-litre diesel that's fitted to this car offers a masterclass in fuel economy and effortless torque. There are smaller diesels, petrols and plug-in hybrids available, but this setup really suits this car's no-nonsense nature. Talking of a no-nonsense nature, that's exactly what you get in here. Apart from a bit of a styling flourish here where we've got the full-width air vent with the Passat logo in the middle, it's actually rather plain in here. And I mean that as a compliment because it's very calming and zen-like. Perfect for a long journey. There are also some slightly sporty / luxurious touches in this high-end R-Line trim model though, which more basic Passats have to do without, such as these logoed leather seats, R-Line door sill covers and leather-wrapped steering wheel. Now, your experience will vary dramatically depending on what trim level you have and how old the car is, because it was sold all the way from 2014 right until 2024. This R-Line is very well equipped. There's 3-zone climate control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, basically all the modern safety gadgets that you would like to have on your car, and it's also got heated seats and reverse parking sensors. The infotainment system is modern too, without being overly flashy. There's these shortcut touch buttons down the side here, which are quite useful, and I like that noise, but my colleague does not. And there's also a separate screen here for the climate control settings, which we like. And there's even Apple CarPlay and Android Auto if the car is after 2018, that came as standard. But although it's very well equipped, don't expect premium levels of build quality. We think maybe Volkswagen doesn't want to step on the toes of its Audi cousins because everything in here is very nearly premium, but not quite. The rear passenger space of the Passat estate is very generous indeed, though even the saloon version is pretty spacious, as both body styles are around 4.8 metres, which makes them quite large cars. And that length translates to oodles of room back here. I'm only 5'4.5" and I have plenty of leg room and headroom. Even 6-footers will be fine. And you've got your tri-zone climate control, so I can make it a little bit warmer back here. And 2 cup holders, double set of Isofix, hook up here so that you can keep your children's creations intact while you're driving along, and also a child lock to keep them in. I mean, most cars come with that, but I thought I would just illustrate it because I am actually stuck until someone can help me. Can I get out, please? Can I get out, please? Riggers! Back here, you've got a really, really big boot, which you access via this electric tailgate. Forget putting a wardrobe in, you could fit a whole bedroom suite in. Well, if you put the seats down, of course. Anyway, it's 650 litres, which is about as big as estate cars get. And you've got this adjustable boot floor, which results in pretty much no load lip at all, which is useful for putting heavy objects in and out. A couple of storages here and some hooks as well, which are really useful, and also power points. Now, if you look under here, come and have a look. Oh, look at that. It's a like and subscribe button. I wonder how that got there. Out on the road, the Passat is a supremely comfortable companion. The controls are effortless without feeling too light. and it's quiet even at speed. And the suspension does a fantastic job of smoothing out the lumps and the bumps in a very competent manner. It's also stable whether you're taking high-speed motorway runs or carving through your favourite corners. But, and there is a but, you probably won't have a favourite set of corners while you're driving the Passat, because it really doesn't want you to drive with enthusiasm. It's not that it doesn't handle well, it's just there's very little feedback through the steering or the chassis. In fact, the car seems to actively discourage you from enthusiastic driving. Usually at this point in our car reviews, I do tend to take advantage of the national speed limit sign, but just not feeling it in this car. Much better instead to sit and chill and allow the 150 horsepower 2-litre turbo diesel pull you along, and it won't use all that much fuel while it does so either. If you're careful, you can easily get better than 50 miles per gallon on a run. You might even see 60 miles per gallon. Mind you, despite that fuel economy, this isn't a slow car. 0 to 60 is 9.1 seconds, but it actually feels a little bit quicker than that thanks to a responsive automatic gearbox. And it helps you to take advantage of that mid-range muscle, which is quite typical of turbocharged diesels. So what do we think of the Passat estate? Well, it's a tad confusing. Is it a brilliant car? Yes. Is it fun to drive? Not at all. Is it one that is capable of mastering almost any task you throw at it? Absolutely. Is it a shame they don't make Volkswagens like this anymore? Let us know in the comments. Tell me what you think.